This next tune is called Cornerstone. In the folder you may have it in two keys, but we will do it in C inevitably, and I don't think we've ever done it in the other key. It's just left there from a former time. Now, this is a song that, at least in my mind, has a more specific order and will less likely to deviate from that, but it is possible, so it's important to kind of learn it by section, but also realize that it's often going to be kind of a roadmap that's consistent. The arrangement itself as well calls for a little more specificity in the band, so that's why I'm going to talk you through the way I strum it depending on where we are in the song. So first things first, chord-wise, the chords are consistent, written, C, A minor, F, G. It's more or less a four-chord song in C, I think, with very little deviation, maybe a sus in there. But depending on whether I'm playing this C or whether I'm doing like a power chord C with a palm mute, okay, has a lot to do with the arrangement of who's in the group and what they're doing as well. So at the beginning of the song, I like to kind of build a little tension in so that it's not just giving everything right off the bat. So the intro, I'm going to play more palm muted, which means I'm taking my right hand and laying it against the strings right here at the saddle, so where the strings hit the bridge, and minimize the amount of ringing. And also the chord that I'm playing is essentially a variation on a bar chord that does not use the middle finger and just has the root, the fifth, and then the octave, and then I'm muting everything else. So even though it looks like I'm laying this down, I'm not laying it to get all those notes. I'm actually just trying to get the fifth string, fourth string, third string. I mute the second and the first and the sixth. If the chord changes and it's rooted off the sixth string, I take that same shape and I move it up. And I try not to get anything else, okay? So that's the idea, and you'll see that move around. So when it says C, I'm going to be rooted here at the C, 3rd fret, 5th string, and it sounds like this. 2 and 3 and 4 beginning. Piano and electric guitar have the melody here. Now I move to A. Even though it's minor, it doesn't really matter. I'm just still power chording it at this point. Then it says F for a measure. Move that down to 1st fret, 6th string. Then G, 3rd fret, 6th string. Now it's verse. Our hope is built on nothing less. So you notice I'm going to straight chords now. Letting things ring. A minor, I dare not trust. A minor over G, if you can do it. Bring your pinky over to the G, grab that. F, G. There's the C chord. I'm laying more heavily on the root strings. Now verse 1, we do it again. On nothing less than Jesus' blood and righteousness. So strum pattern wise, I'm using a pattern that goes in both directions right now, not just one direction. Not like the downstrung palm mute thing I was doing before. Here's the second ending, Jesus' name, ceasus, Christ alone, Christ alone, cornerstone. So now I'm flat picking an arpeggiated pattern. It kind of takes some of the bigness out of it. Just starting at the root of the thing and going down the strings. On Lord of All, measure 24. Back to this strum pattern, bum, bum, all downs. Verse 2. When darkness seems. Now I'm back to both directions. I rest on His unchanging grace. In every high and stormy gale, my anchor holds within the veil. And they take that melody up the octave. My anchor holds within the veil. On to the chorus on the second page. Christ alone, cornerstone, weak made strong in the Savior's love. first ending. Lord, Lord of all. Back to those downstrung. Bump, bump, bump. Some interlude. He is Lord. Normally the leader's going to sing that part, not so much the whole group. Lord of all. Now I'm going to repeat back to Christ alone. Chorus. Cornerstone. I'm on the second page, measure 39. We've made strong. There it is. In the Savior's love. Through the storm. He is. Now, freeze for a second. Right now, we normally skip the second ending on the page and go straight to the third ending. Measure 52, bottom of page 2. So, He is Lord, Lord of all. And this is just like the beginning. Big C chord, let it ring out. And then we're going to drop it out and go back to verse 3 at the DS. Here we go. Shall come with trumpet sound. Let it ring. Less is more right now. Oh, may I then in Him be found, dressed in His righteousness alone, faultless stand before the throne. Now, rather than continuing this, it sounds like we're going to go somewhere, but we're just going to slow down. 3, 4, done. And that's how you finish the song. That is Cornerstone in C.